let us discuss about various questions which are asked in ESC, GATE and other PSC exams. Okay, so the first question is like this. See, this is a simply supported beam and it is carrying 3 kilonewton per meter load from B to C. The distance is 2 meter and 2 meter. So the maximum bending moment occurs at, we have to find the location of maximum bending moment. So how can we do that? See, first we have to find out the reactions, and from that we will have to derive an equation for m of x, and we know that dm of x by dx is shear force. The point where shear force is 0 is the point of maximum bending moment. Okay, so let us take x at a distance, let us take a section at a distance of, not like this, at a distance of x we will cut a section x6. Okay, now we will have to find out the equation in that plane. That will become our m of x, and dm of x by dx is equal to shear force, that is equal to 0. We will find that x will give the location of maximum bending moment. Okay, now first one, reactions we have to find out for that. So we'll have like this: RA, RC, 3 kilonewton per meter. I'm converting that into kilonewton meters. This is 2 meter, this is 2 meter. In the question it is given 2000 mm. Okay, so 2 meter and 2 meter. Now we will have sigma f of y is equal to 0. So RA plus RC is equal to 3 into 2. So that will be 6. Also taking moment about C is equal to 0. RA into RA into 4 meter, like this one. Then this moment, because of this moment we will have negative value, minus 3 into 2. This is the load into centroidal distance is equal to 0. So RA into 4 is equal to 6. So RA is equal to 3 by 2, that is 1.5. So RC become 4.5 from this. So these are the values. So in order to, we have to find equation for m of x. So m of x is equal to, from here we have to calculate. We know now that RA value is 1.5 and RC value is 4.5. So 1.5 into x minus this 3 kilonewton per meter into this distance into distance by 2 whole square. That will be the value, na? So 1.5 into x minus, because of this 3000 Newton per meter or 3 kilonewton per meter, we will have 3 into this distance. From here to this distance it will become, since the total value is x, this distance will now become x minus 2. This is 2 meter. So x minus 2 means this distance from here to here till this section x. So 3 into x minus 2, that will be this value into centroidal distance. Now x minus 2 is our this value. So x minus 2 by 2 will become the centroidal distance. So we'll have x minus 2 by 2 whole square. Sorry, not whole square. Okay, so that is 3 into this distance, that will give you the load into centroidal distance, that is x minus 2 by 2. So this will be our m of x, 1.5 x minus 3 into x minus 2 whole square by 2. This is our m of x. Now dm of x by dx is equal to 0, because shear force at the point of maximum bending moment is 0. So this will give you 1.5 minus 3 into 2 into x minus 2 by 2 is 0. Differentiating this m of x. So that will be 1.5 is equal to 1.5 into 2 into x minus 2. Cutting this, you will have x minus 2 is equal to 0.5, implies x is equal to 2.5. So we will have maximum bending moment occurs at 2.5 meter from A, from right of A. So that will be C option. So C, 2500 mm to the right of A is the correct answer. Now the next question. A rectangular section beam subjected to bending moment M varies along its length. So along the length the moment is varying, is required to develop same bending stress at any cross section. So bending stress F is a constant. If the depth of the section is constant, so depth is also a constant. Its width will vary well. So we will have F by Y is equal to E by R is equal to M by I. This is our bending equation. We will study this later on in bending equation. So we will have here F is a F by Y is equal to E by R is equal to M by I. So here from this we will have F is a constant and D is a constant. So a moment is varying. So F by this one F by Y, this is a constant now because the depth is a constant and F's bending stress is also a constant. So we will have M varying as proportional to I. So I is BH cube or B into depth cube by 12. So depth is also a constant. It means that M is proportional to B. So width will vary as M. A is the correct option. Now the next question. The given figure shows a beam BC simply supported at C and hinged at B. Free end. See, this is B is a hinged end. Okay. Of the cantilever AB, the beam and the cantilever carry forces of 100 kg and 200 kg respectively, as given in this figure. Okay, the bending moment at B is, see, this question appears to be so long, but it is very simple. See, this is a hinge, so hinge cannot transfer moment, so the bending moment at B will be 0. So this is the correct answer. Now the next question is a uniformly distributed load W kilonewton per meter is acting over the entire length 3 meter long cantilever beam. If the shear force at the midpoint of the cantilever is 6 kilonewton, what is the value of W? See, this is W kilonewton per meter. Okay, we know that this shear force diagram will be like this. We have already discussed this is linearly varying. So at middle point means we know that if W is acting like this, we will have at support WL. So here it will be WL and here it will be WL by 2. So we have WL by 2 because this is similar triangles. From similar triangles we can find. These are two similar triangles, ABC, DE. See, ABC and DEC are two similar triangles. From that we will have DE is equal to WL by 2. So we have given WL by 2 as 6 kilonewton. The shear force at the midpoint is 6 kilonewton. So WL by 2 is 6 kilonewton. And we already have length as 3. So from this we will have W is equal to 12 by 3, that is 4. So C option 4 is the correct answer. Now the next one. A simply supported beam with an eccentric load. Here it is simply supported. Okay, simply supported beam with eccentric load. It is given like this. See, this is very important question. This one is asked in GATE and also Kerala PSC this time. Might be this is in this way, but the concept is similar. Okay, question can be asked also like this, but the concept is similar. So now let us solve this. See, we have to find out RA and RB. We have RA plus RB is equal to this will be like, see, from here we have already discussed about brackets, how to solve brackets. This p into this distance will cause a moment at this point and a load, concentrated load of p at this point. So that will be like this: p concentrated load and moment m is equal to pa. See, this will act like this. See the direction of this is going to act like this. So this bracket will cause a moment of pa and a concentrated load of p. So from that we will have to find out Ra and Rb. So Ra plus Rb is equal to load acting, transverse load, that is P. Then let us take moment about B is equal to 0. So Ra into L minus, because of this load P, we will have P into L by 2, and there is a concentrated moment, that will be minus M, that is M is Pa, that is equal to 0. So we will have Ra is equal to M plus PL by 2 by L. So we will have M is Pa plus PL by 2 by L, that is Pa by L plus P by 2. Then we will have Rb is equal to P minus Ra. So we will be P minus Pa by L plus P by 2, that is P by 2 minus Pa by L. Okay, so we have represented here in this figure value of Ra and value of Rb. So from that we will have Ra value, it is going up. So we have this value as Ra B by 2 plus Pa by L. So till here there is no change, and at this point we will have a load P acting downward. Because of that P, see, this total value will be now P. Okay, so we reach here this point, and from here till here there is no change. Then at here, at this P point, this load is pushing, Rb is pushing it up. So we have the value till here, P by 2 minus Pa by L, which is the value of Rb. So that is the shear force diagram. Now we will have, this is the shear force diagram. And we will have now bending moment diagram. Bending moment diagram, Cp by 2 plus Pa by L into L by 2 will be the value till this point. We are calculating like this. Okay, so Ra into this distance, that is L by 2, will give you the moment till here. So from this section we will have P by 2 plus Pa by L into L by 2, that will give you PL by 4 plus Pa by 2, this value. Then we will have a moment M is equal to Pa at this point, that will act as a concentrated moment. So there will be a jump or fall in the portion of bending moment diagram in this at this point. Okay, and here there will be a jump in the bending moment diagram. So see, this moment is like this, and here this is trying to decrease this value. So we will have a downward fall, that will be PL by 4 plus Pa by 2, we will have to decrease it by minus Pa. So that much fall will be there, and we will have a moment here as PL by 4 minus Pa by 2. So after that there will be like here, this P point is a hinge support. So we will have 0 value here. So joining this, this will be our bending moment diagram. Okay, so this is a sagging case, so we will draw it upward as a positive. So that is it. Now the next one. This is our question. The shear force diagram for the beam is shown in the above figure. Beam is not shown. The shear force diagram is shown like this. The bending moment diagram is represented by which one of the following? See, we have given for A, B, C and D. From this we have to find the bending moment diagram for this beam having shear force diagram as this. Okay, since this is in the form x raised to 1, we should have bending moment as x square or square parabola. Okay, there is one important point we have to check. See, we have dm by dx is equal to shear force. When shear force is maximum, then this slope is going to be maximum. Slope is maximum when shear force is maximum. See here at C point, at this section we have maximum shear force, and here at B we have minimum or zero shear force. So at this section, at AC section, we should have the slope dm by dx as maximum. See, the second degree parabola, we can check this one and this one, because this is straight, and A portion this is straight, and here in D also this is straight. So from B and C, which will have maximum slope, that will give you AC. The slope corresponding to maximum shear force will be this one. See here, maximum shear force here in B answer. See, in the C answer, this is almost like zero slope, so shear force will be almost zero at this AC section. So this we will have to neglect. So this will be our correct answer, because the slope dm by dx is maximum here, and it is minimum or almost parallel. The slope is almost parallel or zero value here at B. So B will be our correct answer. Now the next one. This is our next question. The beam is subjected to load P as shown in the given figure. The bending moment at support AA of the beam will be. We'll have to find out the bending moment at this point. Here a load P is acting. This is very important question. All the frame kind of questions we can solve like this. So we will have to draw. See, I'm giving names like this: A, B, C, and B. So let us draw free body diagram of each and everything. I'll start from here. P load is acting like this. So this C is a rigid support. This C has to restrict this load. So there will be a load P acting opposite direction in order to resist this one, and because of this P into this distance L by 2, there will be a moment developed in order to restrict that will be PL by 2 value. Like this, the direction will be clockwise, because this is causing a anti-clockwise moment. So in order to restrict that, we will have a clockwise moment. Then the next portion, this is DC portion. Now the CB we will draw here. CB. See here, this direction, see this one. So to nullify here, the net force should be 0 here. So at this point there should be opposite one. See, it is going, P load is going upward, means here P load should go downward, and moment here is clockwise, means here it should be anti-clockwise. So PL by 2. And this section BC, in order to resist this one, it should have load like this, PL by 2. So we have drawn BC free body diagram. Now AB free body diagram. AB, here the load is P, so the net force here should be 0. So here, because it is going upward, so we will have P going downward, and here it is clockwise at B in this section, means we should have an anti-clockwise PL by 2 here. Now we have to find at A point what is the reaction and moment. See, because of this P, there is no load in this AP section, so there will be P going upward, and here the PL by 2 is there, but this distance is L. So PL moment is acting because of this concentrated load P. So we will have that moment in this way, PL and minus PL by 2, PL by 2. That is the concentrated load, PL by 2. So this much load is acting, so that is to be restricted at this A, because the A is a fixed support. So PL minus PL by 2 means PL by 2 in the clockwise direction. So that has to be restricted at A point. That much moment is developed here, that has to be restricted. So there should be an anti-clockwise moment of PL by 2 at A point. So our answer will be, the bending moment at support A of the beam will be PL by 2. This is in the anti-clockwise direction. So that is our correct answer. So that is it. Now that is done. I hope everything is clear. So that these are the 7 questions. If you like this channel and if you like this video, please do like and share and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you so much.